to the Atlanta Cast Network.
I love that right there. I love it.
You gotta let the baby bring us in. You gotta
I
let
wish
the
y'all
baby
would have
bring us in.
video. That would have been nice on video.
I can do that. I was just talking to her right before the show.
you give
She
it-
FaceTime me.
Yeah. Well, what did she charge us? Like 3 Oreos to do that drop?
It was two peppermints.
2 peppermints, yeah.
Two
So
peppermints.
yeah, we got to get like a little sleeve of Girl Scout cookies, and we can get a whole video. A little sleeve.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome back, Atlanta CarCast, the place to be every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go by the name of Mister. To this side always is the beautiful one. She's back on the screen, Miss TJ, aka www.tiajakes.com for your everything needs. Phone is blowing up and it's never on Do Not Disturb. Above her always Mr. Skip of Skips Trophies and more. All your trophy needs, all your trophy plaques, awards, crystals, glass. There's a difference. And by the way, I represent Skips Hosting and more. I just got my certification. So hit me up. I am certified as a host now, so I represent Skip Hosting and more. And last but certainly not least, Nighthawk with the T, aka Nighthizle with the Tizzle, aka Built to Inspire Tour Service. He'll get them there. He'll pick them up on time. Employees on decks, and he does take 1099s and W4s. I don't know what that means, but he told me to say it.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, people, how was your week? What's up? We're gonna go through. We got a lot of guests lined up. How was your week? We're gonna buzz through it. It was Father's Day, so we're gonna talk to Miss TJ. It's all about the man. Skip, how was your week? I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, Miss TJ. You're not putting me in that.
I'm not a father. I'm not a father, so I will allow you to go ahead and speak about your week, sir. Go ahead.
My week was great. I attended 3, 4, 5 car shows this weekend. I spent a significant amount of time, which is more 2+ hours at each. So just imagine the driving and the sun and everything. We'll get into that in a second here, but the weekend was great, man. Again, there was no drama anywhere that I heard. Everybody was safe as far as the car scene went, and that's a good week for me.
Yep. Nighthizle.
Oh, my week was great. My Father's Day, I had competition from 7:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. drill team competition.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, what competition?
My daughter. So I spent the day with all the kids.
Love it.
Did she win?
Yeah.
You know they won.
Not if you was a
What's
coach.
going on? What's going on?
I mean,
Well, must have do it again. She'll do it again.
that's
Don't do
okay.
it. Don't do it. Miss TJ.
Yeah. What about you? I'm not a father. You said I'm not a father. What about you? What about you?
I was just playing. I had a good week. Good Father's Day. Spent time with the family. Get to chop it up with all the men's. Yeah, it's good to be catered to for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
So yeah, it was pretty good. All right, Miss TJ, bring us home.
You know what I'm gonna say. The week went by really fast.
Really fast.
I've been busy, and I'm really happy to be here.
That's right.
Bring it on.
Right.
Okay.
So we had Father's Day on Sunday. Juneteenth was Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay. I don't know. It didn't feel like a federal holiday.
It was yesterday.
But that's for another show. Whatever. Anyway, we're here on Thursday. And there were a couple shows over the weekend, and we always cover that under a segment we like to call
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugliest. Only on Atlanta CarCast.
You got to change.
All right. So show number 1 was what, Skip?
The Clayton County car bike and truck festival, where it was nice. It was a very good event, but what Clayton County did was show everybody we got cars too, because at the front of their thing, they had their SWAT truck out there, they had their tank out there, they had their Bobcat out there with the armored Bobcat that they run in houses with, and they had every kind of fast car you could think of but a Tesla. They had the Black Hawk, which is the new Charger, blacked out, that's reinforced with the big motor in it.
Lights on it.
Yes. And then they had 5 different vehicles. One was autism, One was HIV awareness. One was domestic violence. One was lupus. I think I can't
Did they have a
remember
breast
all.
cancer one? 'Cause they had a
Breast
pink one
cancer.
too.
They had a breast cancer one, but they had them wrapped with each one, and there was dedicated officers to drive those. They had a Trackhawk. They had Hellcats. They had Scat Packs. They had 392s. They had
Show the video, Mister. Show the video.
Oh,
you have to, okay.
Yeah.
But when I say they put on the show, they let you know we got them too. They had a Mustang. They had
so some of these
Camaro.
videos have been going viral on Beyonce's internet, and somebody captured this video of the new About That Life Club that's coming to the South Side.
Right.
Those that don't know, this is how About That Life used to pull up to shows, and people would be like, "Oh my God, they're here!" I'm like, that's all it reminded me of. But here you go.
Bitch, we outside tonight. Bitch, we outside tonight. Why your face so ugly? Fuck that broke nigga. He fuck that broke bitch. Fuck that broke nigga.
Not
By the way, About That Life used to play that song exactly when they put we outside tonight.
Those are the cars I was telling you all about. They're all wrapped individually, and they have dedicated people, officers in those cars that will stop and talk with you and converse about that subject of that car. They had a Trackhawk. They had like I said, the new Black Hawk Charger that's reinforced. They had Camaro ZL1s, the SSs, the supercharged. They had it all. And when you look at them cars, they don't look like police cars. But they had them, and I guess it was a show of force, but there was over 100 cars there in the show. It was a free show. The sheriff was there pretty much all day. Of course, no BS because it was Clayton County.
Right.
But they had the slides for the kids. It was a very good show. Old schools, new schools, everybody was there. I left there at like 2, going to the Bazooka Fest that we talked about last week at King of Diamonds. And let me preface it by saying this. Everybody can't do a car show. Not that you're not able, you shouldn't be able to do it because if that's what you want to do, the car shows take planning. I'm sorry?
I said, say it again for the people in the back.
Not that you can't do one because anybody can, but if you expect a turnout, there's a lot of things that must be done before you actually put it into motion. Advertising, getting the right people behind you, supporting other people, having a car on the scene with a name so when you go support them, they'll know in turn to support you. I said all that to say this. That car show had 1 entry.
I know you lying.
And I was there. I got there at like 2:15 because it was right down the street where the first show was. From 2:15 to 5:30, 1 entry. So no knock on them because it was, I ain't gonna say poorly planned, it was poorly executed. Anyway, I left there like 5:30, 5:45, and I went to Little Giant, which was the Little Giant free car show on Wesley Chapel, and that parking lot was packed. Vette Mafia was on here last week, and they talked about that one. It was so hot Saturday. When I left Clayton County from 12, the Clayton County Courthouse, from 12 to like 2, it was 102 degrees. When I got to King of Diamonds, it dropped down in the mid-90s. So at about 5:30, 5:45, when I got to Wesley Chapel, it was back up over 100 degrees all day long Saturday.
It was
so to give you an idea of how hot and tired I was, when I got home, I fell asleep in the shower. I fell asleep standing up. I was so tired. So, but those free car shows, those shows were amazing for what they were. The goals were accomplished in both of the shows. Well, 2 of the 3 shows. You know, I'm quite sure 1 car is not a goal, but there was lessons learned. Again, everybody had fun. I had fun at all of them. There was no BS. Yeah, I think the Little Giant people, with all the sponsors they had, they gave away gift cards and everything. Coke was there. Vette Mafia gave away some prizes and raffles and whatnot. I think they sold a lot at that store because she was advertising the crabs and the meat and all that. When I got there late, there were people coming out with big carts and bags of stuff. So I think she achieved her goal by what she was trying to do, at least enlightening the community about what they have and everything else. So go ahead, Miss TJ.
My sister went to the farmer's market from watching
Really?
our show. Yeah. She
didn't know
went,
that.
she went to buy some meat. Cassandra.
Okay.
She said the
Shut
show
up.
was almost over, but I went to get some meat, girl. I'm like, okay.
It was so hot that most of the people that weren't sitting in their cars were standing in the store. It went inside the store.
It was super hot. Super hot.
So yeah, so fast forward to the next day, Father's Day, Classy Ass Cigars and Lounge had a mobile trailer, mobile cigar lounge trailer at Eagles Landing Golf and Country Club. They had a okay turnout for what it was Father's Day. I think they had 10 to 12 cars, but we had some cars come through, didn't stay. A lot of people was there in and out. Most of the people from the golf club came over and looked. The country club came over and looked, et cetera, et cetera. So they understood what it was. The competition they had, well, it was Father's Day, you know, and people were cooking out, and then the basketball game was on, et cetera, et cetera. So they weren't upset. They were grateful for what they got, which was still a decent turnout. So that was pretty much my weekend outside of, you know, when I got home, my wife and my daughter had something planned for me. So yeah, that was it as far as the car shows go. So thank you.
If I could add, you go ahead. You gonna say your thank yous?
Yeah, thank you to Scorekeeper. He was there before we setting up. Blue Devil came through. His teammate Lee came through. There were badass old schools there. A young guy with an Audi, young white guy. He couldn't have been 19 years old. He brought his Audi. Can I enter my car? He was.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, go ahead. So he was blown away by that. So shout out to everybody that came out, man, and all. I can't forget Chocolate Thunder came out. Lucky from Hot Girls Atlanta, she came out. She didn't bring her vehicle, but she did come out and support her and her husband. Yeah, that's all I can remember right now because I'm trying to get it all out. But the weekend was great, man. The weekend
the purple one can talk about the purple show, right?
I went to the Show Your Ride for the Ribbon Show on Saturday, and as Skip said, it was about 1,012 degrees outside. Shout out to Kim from One Nemesis. She saved my life. She walked over and handed me a fan, like a big portable fan, and even in the shade, let me tell you, we were sitting in the trees, and it was so hot. It was a great show. Excellent turnout. Some great cars. It was a huge variety from old school to new school to theme cars. It was a phenomenal show. Shout out to Bobby for putting on another really great show. The venue was also amazing. I really love the Gas South District. So I have no bad, no uglies except for the weather. The heat was punishing. It's going to be an interesting summer if it continues.
I told y'all the other week, y'all ain't ready. If y'all was complaining 2 weeks ago, y'all are not ready.
But was it this hot always?
Yes, it is always this hot. We forget.
I don't think so. We also went to the Father's Day event at Eagles Landing Country Club. Super shout out to Bearded King Cigars and Clashy. I can never say that right. It's a Ash Cigar Lounge. Good event, great event. A lot of good vendors. If you've never seen their mobile cigar lounge, you've got to see it. I think it'd be a great addition to any car show event or any event whatsoever. So make sure you look them up. Also, super shout out to Mobiledetailersunited. They were at the Show Your Ride for the Ribbon show. Always do a phenomenal job doing. I got a real super detail, like inside and out. They even did the trunk. Thank you guys. Love y'all. That's all I got.
Yeah. So busy weekend, a lot of moving parts, Overall, I think it was successful for most of the events that happened. We got a good one for you. We're gonna talk more about Clayton County's little game they got going on, but we got some special guests in the building. Who's introducing this first person?
I will. This will be our second time interviewing Mr. Bling Breezy. If you haven't seen this man's Corvette, it's a 101. I mean, it is truly a one of one. It's one of my favorite cars. We got to say the country because he's not local to us, but we do see him often. His Corvette is truly a one of one. His setup is amazing. And with no further ado, let's bring Bling Breezy to the stage. Out of Ohio.
Well, he's sitting in the car like that's his interview room or something.
I'm just chilling, man. I'm chilling. What's good, man?
Man, what's going on?
Oh man, I'm just getting ready for this trip to Bali. I'm going to Bali on Tuesday, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for like 14, 15 days.
Well,
14, 15 days?
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah, okay. It's like a 19-hour flight, something like that.
Yeah, that's an amazing trip.
Yeah.
So let's get right to this. Let's get right to it. How long have you been in the car game, and how long have you been building your build, which is Vette Life?
I've been in the car game since 2011. I started building my Corvette about 2015. So about 7, 8 years. Take some, put some, add some, take some, put some, add some. Didn't like it, replace it, you know.
Okay.
Now, back in 2016, as far as Corvettes are concerned, were you one of the few? Because right now it's kind of several in the game right now, including several Corvette clubs now. Back then in 2016, it wasn't like that.
Nah, back then for me in 2011 up to when I just met you guys, you know, most of the Corvette clubs we had were like in the Midwest. So a lot of the clubs were like from Memphis, Tennessee, Michigan, Indiana, Chicago. So we always did our thing. Yeah, we always did our thing in the Midwest. And that's why I was more like intrigued when I was able to come to the South and see how you guys actually did car shows.
Okay.
I came first, and then I came back and started telling everybody else, and then they gradually started coming slowly. And then next year, we actually got some people in Corvettes from the Midwest who are actually coming to some shows that you guys have in Atlanta next year.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Awesome. So where'd you start with your build? What was one of the first modifications that you made?
Oh, man. The first modification I ever made on a basic C6 Corvette was Lamborghini doors.
Okay.
And it was a plain car. I had some Lamborghini doors, and I got the Lamborghini doors done, and I went online, and I was looking, man, I want a wing. So I was looking for a rear wing. And then all these things start popping up. And before you know it, I was just buying a whole bunch of stuff. And I ended up shipping my car to a guy in Florida and had him redo the entire car.
Wow.
So I kind of snapped, and I was able to just have them do the work on the car, and it took them about maybe 6 or 7 months. So we started with the wide body kit, then the interior, and like I said, we've been transitionally doing a lot of different things on the car. Like the bumper that you guys see is a new prototype bumper that was actually designed with 2 bumpers. The wheels are from Savini. Those are Porsche badges on the car, C8 headlights, TVs in the bumper. So it just.
I gotta ask about these TVs in the bumper. Whose idea? Like, where? How did you even conceptualize putting TVs in your headlight?
I'm glad you asked me that. So, the way that bumper is designed, it is designed to be open, so it gets a lot of airflow that actually comes and cools the engine. Well, I didn't like it because when you look up under the vents, you can see all the wiring and the radiator and stuff. There was no substance behind that. So I was like, I want to go ahead and put 2 TVs in there, reinforcements for the heat, design 2 plexiglass, so that way when I'm driving, I'm able to still protect them, and it executed very well, man. People are mind blown by that.
Yeah, the TVs blew me away when I saw it in that grill area. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
and I drive my car. Like I legitimately, I drive my car. Like only when I take the long shows, I would pull it, of course. But I drive my car. I think
Wow.
we was Indiana. That's an Indiana show.
Wow.
A lot of no disrespect to anybody else that has bags, but it appears as yours is just a hair lower. Almost, is it touching the ground?
Hey, yeah, it kisses the ground. It's sleeping. It's called sleeping. It's resting.
But now,
I mean,
now,
like,
Mark, some of the
that's
body
what I'm
kits.
gonna say. Like, you guys are judges. You guys are judges.
Right.
So does stuff like that matter when it comes to attention to detail when you're judging multiple? Like, if you had two cars that were going up against the best of the show, and they both had bags, would that edge in some cases with
No.
he's got bags, but he's hitting the floor, but he has bags, but it's not?
No, that's a low rider. That's a low rider classification. I'm not judging at a low rider show. See, because you got to think, if his body kit is specially made, he had it made with that thought in mind. But when you buy an aftermarket body kit, it's only going to let you go down so far.
Right.
Then you would change your suspension. So I can't fault somebody for not going the low rider route with a luxury car. So we got to look at the kit, see how it fits, and you can see where the lines don't match and small stuff. So like I tell people, man, when you're judging, you find fault. You're not judging on how good it looks. It's about fault. Whoever has the most faults will lose. Oh, look at the little blade kid. You can't tell him nothing.
I have another question. The Porsche badge. That's so genius.
Yeah.
Like, how do you okay. Now we've seen your car 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And each year there's been subtleties that you've changed.
Yeah.
Do you sleep at night, or you lay back and like, what can I do next?
So yes, it is. What do I do next? It is. What do you do next when you have the same car that people see? Like, what can you do next to the car without ruining the car and still give people what they are accustomed of looking at? So for me, I look at stuff like, okay, car have badges. So I wanted to go the Porsche road. I did ask them for permission on that, so I'm legit. And it just was different. I like the carbon look, so I ended up having those designed. AMT Custom Designs. They're out of Savannah, Georgia. They're actually one of my sponsors, and those guys actually made those for me. And also they did my engine bay as well. So that's where our friendships, our business first started, when I bought that whole expensive engine bay. And then once it started, I was actually doing shows and traveling and stuff. They became a sponsor. So like the badges, they were donated or sponsored to me. So a lot of things that I have are like those lights that you guys see, those plasma lights. Those were also donated to me to be able to demonstrate.
That's what I was going to ask. What is the politically correct term for this new generation light? They're called plasma lights.
So they're called plasma lights. It's based on my investigations on who could have done them for me when I first was introduced to them. A lot of people don't even know what those lights are. So when I went to Blad's show, I couldn't show my lights and do the light show because I was in the unveiling stage. And when I did show my lights after unveiling, I think it was one of the guys from Atlanta. He was like, "Oh my God, bro, where you get these lights? Like, I need these lights. I want these lights." And he was a distributor, but those are raw plasma lights, and those lights are even bright in the daytime.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
These lights are different, and when you see a build like this with these lights, shout out to you, shout out to Tony, and then you put the old school lights next to them, it'll make you want to turn your shit off. I'm be honest with you.
Yes. And
the chasing the Christmas tree lights, I'm sorry, compared to this, it's trash. I'm sorry, it just is.
Right. And so what I did was, if you look at the lights or whatever on the car, they're designed to look like Tron. So the lights are actually
Yes.
outlines of the actual body of the car.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
That-
good.
It's amazing. Looks really good.
It took some time, I'll tell you that.
And money.
Shout out to anybody that still got the old lights, but I'm just saying.
You don't already hate it on them. Now you want to shout them out. Boy, I
He
tell you.
had them. He had them himself. A few times, a few different iterations of those lights. He's saying,
there you go. There you go. Yep. There you go. There you go. That's what it
It
looks
wasn't
like.
this. It was not this.
No, it definitely wasn't that.
Yeah.
Now my question about these lights is like, what's the longevity of them? I mean, a lot of people have problems with the old school version. They burn
Those
them out.
they give you a million something. It's a million something long life term on them. And so the cool part about those plasma lights are, if I was to hit one, chip one, break one, the rest of the lights still function. It just wouldn't function in that specific spot. So I can go back and get a piece of that plasma and connect it back.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's not cheap. That
no.
can't-
No. That's not cheap. No.
Yeah, that ain't your run of the mill
Oh,
$150.
you right there. That's what the Vette look like right there, before and after. Yep,
This
right
one?
there. Yep, that's what my car. Yep, that's what my car looked like at the top when I first got
It
it.
don't even look like the same. That's not even the
That's
same
not
car.
the same
Really?
car.
There you go. Yep, see, and then that's how it look. That's a different look. That's a different look. That's a different look. With
Yeah,
amazing.
I like that one.
That's Rick Ross. That's Bledsoe.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Okay then.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
we built it from scratch.
Wow.
Well, man, I think the first time I saw your car, actually got to see your car and walk around it, was at the Atlanta Motor Speedway when it was Nash's show.
Yes.
Yes.
You were parked up by the flagpole, and I actually walked around it. Nobody was there. You guys were all talking, and I looked, and I saw the attention to detail that you paid to the car. My question is, was it always that way, or was it something that forced you to pay attention to detail? For instance, like you went to a show where you were hands down the best car, but a car beat you because they had better detail than you.
Well, when I went to a car show, I ended up going to, like I said, in the Midwest. I had just designed a car, and I was like, hey, So, long story short, like I used to play video games, and I liked Need for Speed, and I liked Cruising USA. That's when it was on the Nintendo 64. So I've always liked to build these cars in the video games and add wheels and rims and paint and all of this cool stuff. And so when I became an adult, I wanted to actually build a car that I actually was building in the video game. So when I designed the car after receiving the car being basic and got the car back, I was invited to a car show, not realizing that, you really got a show car that people who have never seen and has invited you out and you've accepted, love this car. And so one of the first things that I did pay attention to, and that's one of my good guys, his name is Dante, he had his engine bay done. And I was like, oh my God, I like this engine bay. And so I started looking into more things in little detail.
Okay.
And then that's how I started, I got to do something with my engine. And then, I got to do something with I got to do something with before you know what I have.
Uh-oh.
Phone died.
You
Somebody
have
probably called
30
him.
seconds left on your call.
Someone probably called him. That's what happens when people call.
30
Would you
seconds
accept the
left.
call from the correctional facility?
Anyway, we're just going to get right to it next. Hopefully he comes back, but he's here to promote his show. And I guess we can intro it in while he's reconnecting. And his show is in his hometown. We're kind of going to get to if that is hometown or not. I'm not sure. But this is in Columbus, Ohio.
There you go.
There he is. Okay.
Battery died, didn't it?
Did your
Can you
battery
hear?
die? You good?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, crap.
We
Hello?
can hear you.
You can hear me?
You can't hear
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I can't hear y'all. What the hell?
All right. Oh shit. I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna kick.
Bumba Cloud phone.
Have him come back in. Anyway, while he's coming back in, we'll put his show up so we can talk about that when he gets by. Wait a second. I'm confused as to what I'm looking at. There we go.
Now you got me thinking about beef patties and cocoa bread, mister.
You say what?
Now you got me thinking about beef patties and cocoa bread.
Man, let me tell you, when I heard that man speak, I was like, damn, I want a beef patty so bad. So bad. So bad.
Anyway.
Shout out to all the Jamaicans, man. I want a bumba clot beef patty. But anyway, Beachfront, July 13th. Bring the bumba clot car. We got over 120 trophies.
Not 100. No, he said July 13th.
13th. He's going down from. I can say certain words. I can say certain words, you know, but not all of them. But July 13th, 12 to 7. Everything got a T in it with Jamaica.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is the Beachfront.
The Beachfront.
Man, read the thing.
Hold on, we got it back. All right, can you hear us now?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you good. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. My bad.
Okay, good. So we put your show on the screen. I was trying to do my best Jamaican accent to talk about it. But this is going on the beachfront. Is it really on the beach or is it just in a picture?
So basically, in Ohio, we have like the lakes or whatever, where they bring like
that's a beach.
Lagoons when they got like the water and stuff. So that's where everybody go to fish and jet ski and be on the boats and stuff. So it is definitely a water area. You can swim in there and all that cool stuff, but you don't have I don't remember seeing sand. If it is, it's man-made, but it's called Alum Creek Beach.
As long as there's water, that's good.
Yeah, there's water and you can swim and it's clean. Yes, sir.
All right. So over 120 trophies.
Yes. So the reason for that is, I'm well connected in the car communities, right? And if we with our show, we have about 190 people who's already pre-registered. No, because you pre-registered doesn't mean you're gonna win a trophy. It just means that most of the time that if you come in there, you bring your game, there's 120 trophies. So I've always learned in the Midwest that we do a top 100. Don't ask me why. It's just been something that
y'all need to get your trophies from me. Yeah,
we do. Yeah. We do what's called a top 100. And basically the top 100 is like a participation trophy, but you got to still earn it. You know what I mean? And then there's like what I call the top 10, the elite 10. So the elite 10s are the best in show. There's 10 best of shows. And then there's the king of show and the queen of show. And so the queen of show is actually the best of show, but is the king of show. So everybody wants to be best in show. Everybody wants to be best in show. So 10 people get a chance to be best in show. One person gets a chance to be king of show. And then I also submitted an award for ladies as well, which is a 7-foot trophy for queen of show. And basically what that is there are women who'll clean their cars and do just.
Damn it, man.
We lost him again.
Somebody quit calling his blood clot phone. He's trying to tell us about the car show.
Hey, you broke ass Jamaican.
Yeah.
I can't. No, they're not broke because they got 3 jobs.
He's back now. Go ahead.
Somebody
Go ahead, Breezy. Oh, damn it. We lost him again. Anyway, this is thrown by Street Kingz, which is his car club. Shout out to them. They're from Columbus, Ohio, but this show is actually going down in Delaware, Ohio. 43015. I did want to ask him before he got out of here how long it takes to get from this destination to the north side of Atlanta as far as travel?
Yeah, he would know. He's been
there.
down here. No?
Add him to the stage, mister.
Yeah, I added him. Hold on. Oh no, there you go. All right, say it again.
Yeah, for me, when I travel, it takes me about 9.5 hours to get to Atlanta. And
Okay.
it all depends on where it is. So I have a routine when I'm traveling like that. I leave about 4 o'clock in the morning. I get into like Atlanta because y'all traffic is tough. Oh my God. Woo. Y'all traffic is tough. But once you get into like Cartersville, coming into Atlanta, coming in downtown Atlanta, it takes me about maybe 9.5 hours. And that's with gas and stop, get something to eat, little deal.
That's what you towing in too.
Yes.
Okay.
So how would a
Mr. Edwards
Michigan
says-
truck do? How would a Michigan truck do in Ohio?
It'll get rocked and stoned.
Oh God,
That's
yeah,
a rivalry for
Michigan,
your ass right there.
You mean with the whole rivalry?
Yes.
Like the
No, I
football.
don't think he better take that truck there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're serious about
Yeah.
that. The Buckeye
All right,
State.
You better skip that show.
Don't bring your truck, Tiny. Don't bring your truck.
They are, but we got them support.
Shit. No. It's like a boy going to
Yeah, but the rivalry is real for sure. The
All
rivalry.
right, so this is July 13th. This is 12 to 7. What time is pull in?
It was 9, 10. People want to come in 9, 10. They want to set up the displays and stuff. We'll get them in like around 10. And actually, we got KJ from Atlanta. He's actually gonna be the detailer guy who's gonna be taking care of all the detailing and stuff for us as well. So that's pretty
right.
dope. Shout out to KJ,
Shout
for
out to
showing us
KJ.
love, man. I like what he said. He said, man, Bling. He said every time you come to Atlanta, you always take care of me and have me clean your cars, man. He said it's only fair I come to your show and take care of the people. And I was like, wow. So shout out to KJ for saying coming and helping me out. You know what I mean?
Shout out to KJ and the Mobile Detailers.
Yeah, he dope, man. My guy Jason with the Blue Old School. We just got back from North Carolina car show, and we were at Bled show May 18th, and we were just in North Carolina, and I kid you not, his wheels still have the same tire shine that KJ did May the 18th.
That's that Gibson detail supply.
I kid you not.
From the clutch shine.
So,
Yeah.
quick question. I don't sit on the fly. I don't know if y'all said it, but how much it is to get in the show?
It's $40 to get inside of the show.
Okay.
It's $40 to get inside of the show. So there's two purposeful reasons for that car show. One, we do our back to school scholarships for the kids. We only choose 4. Right now we got about 40 applicants, and then we're actually reading through them to see who qualifies or whatever, and then we're gonna extract them. And then at the car show, before we give all those awards and stuff, we're gonna actually award the kids with the money for the scholarships. So they have to be accepted into college. They have to have a 4.0 GPA, and they have to be legitimately who they say they are in the school. Has to let us know that they actually are going to the college. So basically, they got like a
Nook ain't getting no scholarship from y'all.
Nook.
That's what's up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Skip.
But
So Columbus is what size city? Like in bigger cities in Ohio? What number is they?
Columbus is what, number 5, I think. Number 5 or number 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of in there.
Okay.
And but
I had to look that up.
I know that through like election. They talk about it during election.
Right. Ohio's
big
big
stages.
though. It's a big state.
Yeah.
What city is Ohio State? What city do they sit in? They don't sit in Columbus, do they?
Ohio State. Oh yeah.
Oh, it is
Ohio
in
State.
Columbus.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ohio State stays right here in Columbus downtown.
Yeah,
Okay.
James, think about it, James. I don't know.
He better not take that truck up there unless he trying to get an insurance claim.
Risk it.
Who
They're gonna
got
tear
a
half the
Michigan
ammo off that
truck? Who
motherfucker.
got a Michigan truck?
James,
James
he's in.
Edwards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
He He was at Things on the
He was
Beach.
at Keys to the City and Things on the Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. You should have saw him.
He didn't have the Michigan on there at Blade show.
Oh,
He didn't.
It came on there. It came on there with Batman show.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough,
Anyway,
man. The football rivalry is very tough, man. When it comes
You're
to
damn
Ohio
right.
State versus Michigan, man, I swear, like it's wild.
It is. The Georgia Alabama is pretty bad too. I hate to see either of those teams coming. Sorry, Montreal. 111. They're Go Dogs.
It's wild.
They're both annoying.
Right,
I got one quick question for you, Bling. I do car shows from small to big to huge, like Nopi. And you said something that kind of threw me off there for a second. You said you have the 120 trophies, then you have the top 10 elite, then you have the best of show male, best of show female, then you have a king of show. Now, from my experience, the best of show male is the best male car on the property, and the best of show female is the best female car on the property. So, in theory, only one of those two could be the king of show.
Well,
Right?
one award would be King of Show for the male, which is best male car. And then Queen of Show would be best female car.
Something different.
So in theory, a lot of people like to win best of show. So if we create something that is adopted to the mindset, hey, I just went to Street Kings, we won best of show. You did. You won best of show for your specific cars. But when you win King of Show and Queen of Show, that's the domination of the entire realm.
Gotcha. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Everybody fight for best of show, but not everybody fight for King and Queen of Show.
Okay.
So,
One more question.
Yes,
one
sir.
more question, then we're gonna let you go because I know you got a lot of stuff to do, and then we got a few more people. But did you see the Corvette SUV that was supposed to come out?
It wasn't that a concept car, or is it actually manufactured?
At one point it was, and then I think they're doubling back. I don't know if it's coming out or not. But what were your thoughts on that when you saw it?
So honestly, like I'm a Corvette guy. Like I love Corvettes, and I think that if they do execute this Corvette, they're copying the Lamborghini Urus. Okay, because that car looked just like a Corvette, and the Corvette concept looked just like that Lamborghini.
You're right.
When you look at the C8s, and from my perspective, the C8s look like Ferraris. They look exactly like Ferraris, just that they have Corvette badges, engines in the back, sleek slide doors on the side, more of that box interior, that dynamic shift for the front. Like it has that build. So I feel like
just gave me that I'm full of shit look. Let me put it on the screen.
It looks just like
that. You're right. That's ugly. That puts me in the mind of that Mustang truck car.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah,
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, it's a sports car.
Yeah, and I think what they're doing is they're trying to copy different styles and different patterns, and so that's what the Corvette would look like. I would drive that.
That red one is kind of fire.
But it's a Corvette into an SUV, like how they did the Mustang. Yep.
This is one of the concept pictures, but this is the specs of that red and blue one is kind of what it was supposed to finally look like.
It looks
it looks
like it looks like a Lamborghini,
like a Urus with a Corvette clip.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
wow.
Anyway, so you keep going, sir. You have a beautiful, beautiful build. Much success to you. We appreciate you supporting the Atlanta scene, and we need to reciprocate that to the Ohio scene as well. So yeah, let's work. Let's continue to communicate, and let's keep going.
That's right.
I appreciate y'all very much, everybody. Y'all.
All right,
hey, Miss TJ, where we at though?
All right, y'all gonna be at that show.
All right, brother, be good, man.
You confused me with where we at though. I'm like, Wait.
I hit the wrong button.
That's my first time ever hearing about that, Mark, when you said it. That's why my face was like, I've never heard of it. A concept Corvette truck, car, whatever, SUV.
And it's exactly what you said. It doesn't look like a Corvette, so it's going to throw people like you off, but it's not supposed to look like a Corvette. It's under the moniker of like the Mustang. This is the Corvette version of SUV.
What Skip is saying is that they just need a whole nother name.
Basically.
Yeah, name it
have
something.
both
else.
names.
Don't call it a Corvette truck. Like it just needs to be a new Chevy truck, whatever it's called.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
when I saw it, I just recently saw it.
Was it Mustang?
This has been out since 2023, and I'm just hearing about it this year.
Wow.
I like the Mach-E. We got one in our neighborhood, and that thing is nasty. I see it
Anyway,
almost.
coming up next is the Takeover King and the Takeover Queen of all people who take over weekends. They started off taking over like one day of the
Instead of
weekend.
all people who take over weekends.
Yeah, then they took over 2 days of the weekend. Now they like got 3 or 4 days of the weekend. I don't even know the weekends
They
be
got
like
like
4 or
6
5 days.
events. They got 6 events in one weekend.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating,
That's
but
crazy.
it's like 5
close.
events.
Four. They got 4.
Yeah.
4 events in one weekend.
4 events in 1 weekend.
Yes.
But this
Right.
club, we're gonna pick their brain, just like we picked their brain. And I think Mr. Bass, this is his first time on Atlanta Carcast, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Yep. He's a hermit. He don't
That's
come
gonna
out.
be fun. We're
Oh,
gonna
Lord.
pick his brain. But Impala Nation, friends of the show, shout out to Lady Draya, who always supports us at Atlanta Carcast. We're gonna hit the welcome back for her, and we're also going to welcome for the first time Mr. Bernard Bass. Impala Nation, one love.
One nation.
One nation.
He heard it. One nation. Okay, then he owned it.
Nation. Welcome.
I got so many questions, but I'm gonna let them start.
So,
All right.
before we get started, I want to say, and I've said this off camera, so I'm going to say it on camera, that it's not very often that we have a national president of a car club on our show. So, when Mr. Tesla decided to do Atlanta Carcast, one of the big things that he wanted to do was to give people their flowers. And we would like to personally give Bernard, or also known as B Nizzle, his flowers for being the national president of Impala Nation. He's kind of like a big deal.
Big deal. Big fucking deal.
I just want to thank you for being on the show. And before we jump right in and ask a whole bunch of questions, how many chapters of Impala Nation are there?
We have 11 chapters.
11 chapters.
Mhm.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
How many? What are the cities?
So we have our national chapter, which is us, is Atlanta, Augusta, Macon, Memphis, Fort Worth, Texas, Philly, Washington, D.C., Augusta, Montgomery, Opelika, and Birmingham.
Okay.
Well, damn it, then. All right, then, Miss PRO.
All
In
right.
that order, too.
Oh,
That's-
you better.
yep.
Okay, then. One love.
One
That's
nation.
a lot.
One nation.
That's a lot.
Now,
One
for everybody that don't know, Bernard Bass is one of the OG members / founders of Impala Nation. Back when, God bless her, Miss Tay, came over from Sky High Impalas. Bernard, since you've taken over the helm and everything, how has the car scene changed from then to now in your viewpoint?
Well, in my opinion, I think what's changed is the fact that, back then it used to be a whole lot of camaraderie, a whole lot of support, a whole lot of, car clubs getting together and constantly, supporting each other and trying to be out in the community and doing things together. At this point now, it's like, it's some kind of divide somewhere. And where that divide is coming in at and what's causing that divide, it's kind of hard to explain, because it's like now, people are having beef with each other over nothing, and that seems to be expanding more outside of the car world and getting personal, And that's not a good look for what it is that we're trying to do in the car world, to show our community that, hey, look, we're out here, we're a positive force, and we're trying to do something positive that's going to help our community along with helping the car club community. You know what I mean?
Okay. So with y'all's expansion into 11 different cities like this, how hard is it to keep I guess y'all's mantra going in those different cities? How do you manage that? With this being home base, and you have to go out and say, yeah, I would like to have a car club here, but how does that work?
First and foremost, I mean, it's about the structure. If you don't have the right structure in place to be able to expand, to a lot of different states, a lot of different cities or whatever the case may be, it won't work. Also, you got to make sure that when you have this expansion going, you got to make sure everybody's on the same sheet of music. And if everybody is on something totally different, it's not going to work, simply because even though we're in different cities or states, we all going to follow the same. We're all going to follow the same bylaws, and they all, the same standard that's been set in place. And just like I tell, all of these chapters, rest her soul, what Tay left in place, I'm not deviating from that at all, under no circumstance. And I want everybody to understand and realize that. And if you don't, then maybe this is no longer for you. It won't be no hard feelings. Hey, if you see my car, hit your horn, throw your hands up, whatever. But, I'm not deviating from what she left in place.
Gotcha. Understandable. I guess I'm going to let somebody else ask some questions because, I got 1,000. But
I do too. I'm going to let y'all get y'all's off. Go ahead.
Well, so, okay, I got another one. Lady Draya, Miss Draya, National PRO of Impala Nation. When you say national, when you put national in the front of something, that means all of the PROs in the other 10 chapters, you coordinate with them to get the information out, or how's that work? Can you explain that?
So I coordinate with all of our PROs in each chapter. And how I do that, we have a separate chat by ourselves, and we communicate daily. If they have events going on, they'll send me their flyers, and I'll promote their flyers. And of course, if we have something going on, I'll send them our flyers. If they're having questions or concerns, or they have new ideas they want to bring to the table, we go in the chat and we discuss things. But we're all pretty much on the same page. We have ideas daily. We try to support each other. I say, hey, if y'all got events going on, please drop your flyers so then I can put them on social media, and just kind of keep a camaraderie that way. But we do pretty good. I do pretty good with my PROs.
So let's put this in perspective. We got a lot of clubs that are created almost every year. You guys were established in what year?
2011.
2011. How many years is that, Skip? I'm bad at math.
13.
It'll be 13 this year.
13 years. That is a long time. Anybody in your unit that was there from the inception still there? Mr. Bass?
Mr. Bass.
Really?
Well,
wow.
I tell you what, let me say this. I wasn't there at the very beginning of the inception. I think I came like maybe like 10 to 11 months later. But in the same turn, I can honestly say I'm one of those that during that time frame, I'm maybe the only one here in Atlanta. And there may be, a few in other chapters, that's still here from that inception time frame. I mean, so, I can say, what contributes to that longevity is communication and dedication. I mean, simply because, we have people, that's in these different chapters, that would like to continue to see this thing moving in the direction that it's moving in. And again, like I say, rest her soul, but I made a promise as to say I would keep the legacy of Impala Nation going in the right direction, continuing to honor, our CEO, and to make sure that, the name of Impala Nation goes on as long as I can take it, until it's time for me to pass it on to somebody else that's going to continue the tradition.
Wow. Okay, so how bad did the discontinuation of the Impala hurt your growth?
I would say, it didn't really hurt it. It did, put a little damper on it. But at the same turn, I mean, even to this day, I mean, whether or not, it's old schools, whether or not it's 8th gens, 9th gens, 10th gens, we still have people still to this very day, constantly, seeking us out, because being one of the, or should I say being the only all Impala club, whether or not that's from old school to new school, but it's nothing but Impalas, that says something to people.
To do.
Right.
And that reaches them on a totally different level, simply because in the same turn, when you look at a car club that's all one car, and I'm gonna tell you something, if you guys haven't noticed, but when Impala Nation get together and you got 25 Impalas going down 285, that's a beautiful sight.
It looks amazing.
Okay, beautiful sight. If you like Impala, I'm just gonna leave it out there. You got to like the Impala.
It looks amazing.
Hey, it don't matter, bro. I'm gonna tell you, because I'm gonna tell you like this. I've seen times where, man, we take trips out of town, and we on the highway and we just rolling. I've seen people pull their phones out and just automatically, instantly start recording us, because it's like, hey, what is this right here? You know what I mean? Beautiful sight.
Right.
Beautiful sight.
Yeah, and I was a part of Camaro Nation, as you all know, and I never knew that you guys were created before. I just never thought about that question, but it seems like now thinking about it, Camaro Nation stole their concept from you. So you're the originator of the single model car club, right? Or no? Or was it Crown Vic?
Crown
Vic.
Right. Well, you know what?
And then it was Sky High Impalas. Before
so those were Impala.
Yeah, Sky High was all Impalas too, and then they disbanded or whatever happened, and Tay took and created what now is this monster Impala Nation.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. So we got 17 events coming up that y'all here to talk about.
I got more questions. I got a few more questions.
Go ahead.
So, what years do you accept cars, or does it matter?
96 and up.
Yes, 96 and up.
Okay.
All
All right. So I guess my Schwinn, I can't do nothing with that.
That's not Impala.
No. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with your Schwinn. You know what I'm saying?
I got a basket and
but I can tell you what, we've had over the years, quite a number of people, that love to come out and support, what we do, and by all means, I mean, we don't knock nobody, because anybody that want to support us, by all means, we're welcoming to that. I mean, but one thing we won't do is we won't put anything on a car unless it's an Impala. So that is a definite must. And like I said, that's just one of those things in place that I will not deviate from.
So no Chevy Malibu.
Right. No.
Not at all.
No. No.
Wow. No Malibu.
Yeah.
A little close.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, look, the newer ones are closer. The newer ones are closer. The old ones, not so much.
Oh, okay.
Drea said no.
Go ahead, Mister. You were going to ask him about these 100 events they got in the Takeover weekend.
Yeah. I just remember back in the day, just like going to some of you guys' events, and you guys bring a different energy to a 2-day event. Sometimes when people have 2-day events, it's 2 different energy. Well, I know they got 3, 4 or 5, but usually most people have 2 days, and there's a different energy from one day to the next day. It's like you're just there for the weekend, so you came in early, so you went on ahead and went. But y'all's energy of y'all events are the same all the way through, no matter if it's a cookout or at the cabins on the lake. I've seen y'all do variations of all of these takeovers, and they're always different every year. So how do you keep coming up with these creative ideas and keeping it new and keeping it refreshing every year? Is that difficult to do,
Miss PRO?
Well,
let me take a stab at that first. I mean, to a degree it is, and to a degree it isn't, simply because, one of my biggest things, and I've always said, I mean, when we invite people to Atlanta for Takeover, I always want them coming to see something totally different than what they saw the last time.
Okay.
I don't want you to come all the way to Atlanta, from Virginia or wherever it is you coming from, and you say something like, you know what, I could have did that at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So knowing that, everybody, in their grandmama is almost trying to move to Atlanta, and then with so much going on in Atlanta, sometimes it can be a little challenging, but finding different things to do to where you're going to have a lot of energy, you're going to have a lot of people really wanting to come and see what it is, and then once they get here and they realize, oh man, we're having a ball all over again, so this year was better than last year, and that's always the look that we're going for. I want you to come to Atlanta and talk more about this time than you did the last time, which is going to have you looking forward to the next time.
Right. And I can say that as a judge of your car show, I've met so many really cool people. And the cars were all very unique. There were a few cars I was like, I had to look like, this is an Impala. So, it sounds mundane and all Impala car show. But when you go and see it and you see all the iterations of the show and you see each car's individuality, it's still very, very interesting and very entertaining, if I must say so myself. So I'm encouraging people, come check it out. Don't be closed-minded just because it's an all Impala show that you can't be a spectator and just come walk around and talk to people from all over the Southeast. I had a good time just meeting people. You had a bunch of young guys from Mobile the last time, and what I liked about them specifically is that they asked a lot of questions. What can I do better? I just got started. What do you think I should do next? And I like when people are interested in improving their build. So I gotta shout out to the Impala Nation from, it was Mobile, right? You got a chapter in Mobile? Or was it Montgomery?
Yeah, I do have some Montgomery.
Okay, so it must have been Montgomery. I know it started with an M. So yeah, super shout out to them.
Right.
They were fun and they were really interested in, improving upon their cars. So, and I've never seen such young people who were so enthusiastic about just being there. And that was just really, it was really nice and refreshing to see. So.
Right. And also, you guys are considered an OG club, about that life. We got a lot of OG clubs that are still active. And from a traditional branding standpoint, you still stamp car windows. A lot of these newer clubs, they don't put as much stock and value into the things that we used to do. Like branding on a back window was something. Now everybody wrapping everything, and everybody's so individualized that you don't really see the club in some of these clubs. Am I off?
Well, it's just different ways to annotate a club now. Some people put it in a little small back corner window, the little logos there. Some of them just wear the T-shirts or, what have you. So change comes. So it just came different when it comes to denoting car clubs now. So I'm not mad at it.
Some of them now, we used to the older clubs, we had to put them in the middle or on the back right, but now they put them on the front, going down on the front bumper. They put them different places now, so it's hard to Well, y'all remember back when we used to play the tag 'em game, like that got one because you seen it on the
Yeah.
back.
Right.
Now, you have to
Right.
be looking. Yeah.
My car club always put them on the driver's side front window down like this,
Right.
straight down. But it had to be on the driver's side.
Right.
So
you had your certain clubs. You like we knew the Camaros look for those in the front, going down the window on the side, like back then. So now you just don't know what they at.
I got my Schwinn. It's like it just says Schwinn, like right across the bar.
I mean, a lot of people don't know. Back in the day, when it came down to most rep and all of those big trophies, you had to be tagged. You just couldn't write on the sheet. I'm with Dodge Nation. No, you had to be decaled up. So you would see people scrambling in a Quick Trip parking lot, slapping decals on. Yeah, before the show. So I mean, it was a different energy back then. So shout out to anybody that got to witness any of that
It's
stuff.
like Bernard said. Now these days, my personal opinion, because I run a club that runs the same cars. Now it's hard to come to a car show knowing that that's your dedicated member.
Right.
Because you're riding in that same car. When your club that's taking anything, you could have your family and friends in that weekend and just throw a little sticker on and go on in.
Correct.
So that be the
Yep.
ins and outs of it.
Yeah.
It got so bad back in the day.
To kind of piggyback off of that, not mean to cut you off, Skip, but to kind of piggyback off of that, you're absolutely right, Nighthawk. I mean, because I've seen people come to a party, and let's say they looking to get that most rep trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen you and your club, and all 10 of your members, because we done all got together and we done hung out. But now somebody, talking in general. But now somebody having an anniversary party and they're giving away a most rep trophy, and you bring 50 people through the damn door.
Exactly.
I mean, not meaning to, I ain't mean to curse. My bad.
You guys on his shit.
But I'm just saying, I would like to see this, and I know some of the newer clubs out nowadays. I mean, they not really about, the camaraderie and the way we used to do things back in the old days, the way we supported each other. And it don't matter who had an event, every club showed up to support, and this is what we did. You know what I mean? Now it's like people are picking and choosing what club they choose to support or deal with or whatever the case may be. But then it's like they support you, but then you go support somebody that they don't like, and then now all of a sudden you got an issue. There's a problem. You know what I mean?
But that's the new generation's outlook now.
That's true.
I heard an argument at one of the car shows I went to this weekend where a dude was mad at his friend because he dated a girl that he used to date 10 years ago. What kind of rule is that? If I dated a girl limited to you, wait a minute. Now,
a lot of people look at
that. So people feel the same way with the car scene. I don't like him, so Skip, you can't talk to him if you talk to me. No, partner, I don't get in the middle of that. Now, if you got that kind of problem, then keep it moving.
I see something a little different. I see a little bit of changes in the community through the newer clubs. So as a somewhat OG car sitter, because that's what I used to be. I used to sit in the car and not get out the car, and I didn't. But now that I'm kind of more active, I see these newer clubs really interacting with each other. Even in the chat, you got different car clubs doing each other's chants, So somebody said the Royal Way, and other clubs from a whole other club said the Royal Way right in the chat. So I think that new clubs are supporting a variety of clubs.
Yes,
I think now, my personal opinion, I think now is on the car set is you have car show clubs, then you have party clubs. That's the two different. Some go to parties and some go to car shows. That's how it is now. So you'll see these clubs only at car shows, and you'll see these clubs only at parties.
Yep.
Yeah. I think one of the fun things that we try to do is to keep the legacy of the culture alive. like when we get all of these new clubs together with OG clubs, going around and trying to figure out what the chants are, and to see the looks in some of these new club faces, like, yeah, we need to get our shit together. We didn't know, like we missed the meeting, like, and now we kind of look crazy when you say one love, and then 88 people go one nation.
Oh, I was just checking. You know
what I'm saying? And then you go to their club and you say their name, and then it's like crickets. It's like it's rules to this, and it's kind of like secret little laws that we've learned along the time of how you're supposed to move.
But you know, Mark,
right?
You have brought that aspect forward, because now at car shows you will go around to these clubs with the mic or with your speaker with the mic, and you'll say, "Man, y'all got a chant? Hold on, let me get some people around," and you'll get them in the habit of doing it when you call their names, and that's a really good thing, because, like you said, the younger clubs, the newer clubs, will be like, "Oh, well, we got to get something." AHR has one now. You know, Highway Hogan had one. I don't know if About That Life has one. Do y'all? Okay. I know Impala Nation has one. Street Royalty, Atlanta Misfits, Misfits of Atlanta has one. So that kind of thing right there it'll get infectious, because at an anniversary party, if somebody was like you, was to get up there and say "One Love," and then they say it, then you say Misfits, and then they say it, and then you say, you know, blah 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 blah. That's okay. But again, see, that's what the contagion should be. Everybody should want to hear About That Life. Say there's a Impala Nation or AHR or whoever.
Yes.
And that's what we're missing, and we're starting to get back. That old school vibe of having fun without manufacturing it. Well, manufacturing the fun. So
we used to say Camaro Nation, we here, and it would be
that was
like
that was
rumbling.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that's corny.
It kind of faded away because the older clubs, you know, we don't even see it like in Pollination. They still do this, but you mostly use the chant. You remember back in the day when you came from an anniversary party, the next day you didn't have no voice when you left the anniversary. So
because we had the Crocus
parties.
The Crocus Award was something that clubs went for,
right?
You know,
yes.
Yeah, and you know, Misfits, they kind of crunk sometimes. You know,
they really crunk. They crunk. They stay lit for real. If
Anyway,
they're not
so
something is wrong.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's a lot of legacy here. There's a lot of history. So for all of you new clubs within the past year or two, talk to some of these folks. Get the history, get the science, get the legacy, and keep it going and pass it forward, because it's getting missed. Like back in the day, I thought everybody had a sister club. I just thought that was what you had to have. Like we had a sister club. Everybody got a sister club. Now you be talking to people like, "Who your sister club?" They don't even know what you're talking about.
Right. But
like,
that faded away. They combined everything,
away.
which it should have, because I think that was just crazy. It was almost like the sister club was secondhand. You know, so
I don't see it that way, because for Camaro Nation, it was kind of like the club was in Augusta. It was in a whole other city, but they consistently did things together. So, you know, it wasn't that it was secondhand. It was just not in the same city as the Camaro Nation Club. So
right. Okay, so let's get to these thousands and thousands of events. So this is starting on Friday, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we looking at here? I'm gonna let y'all take it away. This is y'all time. You can explain this. We got all the information we want the people to know, because if you come out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I guarantee you're going to enjoy yourself. Take it away, B Nard and Lady Draya.
Draya, go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So on Friday, we have our meet and greet. It's going to be at a lounge called Swigs out in Stockbridge. It's going to be from 7 until the last man, woman drop, we going to party.
Okay.
Is there a price for that?
No, it's absolutely free. It's absolutely free. We're pretty much going to be inside, outside. And it's gonna be in the parking lot. Everybody gonna be parking lot pimping at that point, so everybody's free to come in.
Parking lot pimping. Okay.
All right.
And then on.
Hey, excuse me, Draya. Before you go any further, and let me say this. You know what Impala Nation tries to do at our meet and greets? We try to do just what the word says. We meet and we greet. We walk around and we introduce ourselves to people. You know, hey, look, I'm B Nizzle, president of Impala Nation. You know, glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? You know, anything else, you know, under that realm when it comes to that kind of conversation. But yeah, that's what it's about. It's about meeting and greeting. You know, because in the same time, people come all the way from wherever it is that they're coming to your event. You don't want people to come to your event and leave a stranger. You come in to meet somebody. You know what I mean? So when you leave here, I want you to say, you know, hey, look, in Atlanta, I had a nice time. I met the president of Impala Nation, and hey, they know how to do something. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
again, that's legacy.
That's definition of meet and greet. What he said.
That's exactly what it is. We were taught, even if you couldn't stay and you pulled up before you left, if Impala Nation's throwing the show, they're on the inside. You take your ass on the inside and you shake their hand and you say, "Hey, I just came to support, bro. I gotta work in the morning. Love you. I'm out." You don't just pull up and just, hey, roll your blunt, smoke it, and leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's protocol. That I think we're missing the boat with some of these rookie sophomore clubs. The information is not there, but everybody want to be a president. Everybody want to be a fucking CEO. I don't get the fucking science together. Go ahead.
You felt that in your spirit, huh?
All right. Hello.
All right.
Go ahead, Draya.
So Saturday we have our very first all Impala car show on Saturday. It will be at 1159 Mount Zion Road in Morrow. It is $25 to enter your car, $5 to spectate. It is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's strictly Impalas. Any year Impalas are invited to come, and we do got some great cars coming.
Who's judging that show?
You are.
Oh, okay. I was just.
That was the plug right there. You know what I'm saying? That was the plug right there.
So this is gonna be a big thing for us. We got
my goodness.
We got over 30 trophies, and so we are hoping to see a lot of people in the building. But we definitely got some great bills coming out on Saturday. And then following the car show, we have our Impala Takeover after party at the Savannah Event Center on Old National. The bands are $20. We do have tables of Praise. We still got tables available?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So we got $20 bands, $40 tables. It is from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. We gonna party.
What type of a venue is this? Is this gated in? Every time I go on Old National, there's some bullshit pop up. I ain't been back since.
It's not gated. It's not gated in. It's basically the Savannah Event Hall it's in a I'm trying to think of the word. Y'all know where
it's in that plaza right there where Kilroy's liquor store is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. But anyway.
Central, I think over in the corner was where Central Station is at as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the right when you go.
To the right.
You know where Kilroy's package store is right there on Old Nat?
No, I know where Central Station is. So I know
if you were coming off of the highway, Kilroy's package store right there.
It's to the right, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's gonna be
it's to the right.
So it's gonna be in there. Again, we got the $20 bands. We gonna party. This is our most lit party. We gonna party. All right. Y'all don't want to miss it. You definitely don't want to miss it.
Okay. Party.
And so $40 tables.
Correct.
What does that seat? 6, 8 people?
It will seat 8 people.
It seats 8.
Oh, that's the move right there.
So a $40 table plus the $20 band.
Correct.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Per person. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And this is an event hall, so this isn't like at a club. So this is exclusively y'all that night, correct?
Correct.
Is there a dress code?
No dress code.
Okay.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. Yes, come as you are.
Okay.
Right. And then
they're gonna end it off on Sunday.
And then of course on Sunday, this is gonna be our we having our Takeover luau. This pretty much is our going away party where everybody's going to be leaving out, going back to where they came from.
Are you gonna get them drunk and put them on the road?
Hey, listen.
Oh,
Get
no,
your
no,
ass
no,
out of
no,
here.
no, no, no.
We ain't gonna do that. No.
No, no,
We
it's
ain't gonna do that.
no, we ain't gonna do that. Yeah,
We ain't gonna do that.
it's called our takeover luau party. You know, it's kind of Hawaiian style based or whatever the case may be. So when you come, we're gonna put a lei around your neck. We having drinks and all these different color coded cups and stuff like that. So
I hear
it's gonna
bitches
have
are.
that luau type of feeling.
Yeah, so y'all getting people laid.
Nah.
No, we ain't doing
In
that.
Hawaii, now hold on.
Oh my goodness!
I was
Boy,
in the military, and
you would turn it into something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
This is a fact. What I'm finna say. I was stationed in Hawaii when I was in the military, and the term is when they put the lei on you, they'll say he got laid. That truly is a term in Hawaii. So when you put a lei on somebody, you can say, "Yeah, he got laid," or "I laid him."
So that's a pool party, right?
Not in Jonesboro. What? Not in Jonesboro.
Not in Jonesboro.
Not in Jonesboro.
Not in Jonesboro.
No.
It is a term.
But it is a pool party, though,
I
right?
promise you, look it up. It's a term. But no, I'm just having.
I believe you.
But
I know it. But like I said, not in Jonesboro.
My niece
I'm gonna do my face like Skip be doing me.
My niece is receiving scholarships to help her with Xavier University, so I will be out of town with her, attending her scholarship gala in the Carolinas. So I will miss it. But man, y'all have a ball. Hopefully, y'all have 1,000,000 cars, and Miss TJ get so hot she shrank. No.
I would like to shrink.
That's bullshit.
I would like to shrink.
Okay.
I would like to shrink. I mean, if I shrink a little, if I lose a few pounds, I won't be
You
mad.
can put on them what they call them things when you put on not the girdle, what they call them? When you pull the Velcro
A waist trainer.
yeah, put a waist trainer on and go out in the sun. You're shrink.
You want me to pass out, or you want me to?
That shit is so disrespectful.
But no,
This boy here, I tell you the truth.
But best of luck to y'all with everything y'all got going on that weekend, man.
I would like
We appreciate
to call out to you non-Impala drivers. Come and spectate.
I'm looking at Mary Runner car.
I'm gonna get you an Impala ring.
You gonna run an Impala? Oh, 2026.
Come spectate. Come hang out with me. I would love to see some of you all come and hang out and support, regardless to whether you drive an Impala or not.
Look at Miss Deadpool.
Big community out here. She want to get laid.
Oh, okay.
Only in Hawaii.
Yeah. So their club accepts 96 and up, but the car show is open to all Impalas, old school, no matter what year. Bring them all.
No matter what year it
is. Yes. Anybody with an Impala, no matter the year, is welcome. This is at the Power Hog, 1159 Mount Zion Road, Morrow, Georgia 30260. This is from 10 to 4. Let's see.
Hey, Hot Wheels, can you make me a Impala insignia for my Schwinn bike?
Oh my God. You're gonna get your bike ran over.
Come and support and see, because we got a lot of chapters.
I can write
out of town, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen some of these Impalas and their other chapters, you get to see a lot of those and get perspective on different type of builds. And not to say the same old cars in Atlanta, but their show, you get to see a lot of cars you've never seen before and you may never see again.
And the one thing about that, with them having all pretty much the same body style with a few variations here, you can see the creativeness of what you can do to the same car.
Right.
Because you're going to see cars on 30s, some on 22s, some on stocks, but you'll be like, damn, I didn't think they could do that to that Impala. I didn't think you could do that to that style car. So the creativeness will be on display.
Right. And I saw a lot of cars that had quite a lot of engine work done. So you got a lot of power in some of those Impalas as well. There were a few females that has some. I'm like, wait a minute. This one lady turned her car on, and I'm hearing the little grumble. I'm like, wait, what you got under there? So you'd be surprised at what you see at an all one brand kind of show. Just the different concepts that these individuals put into their own build. So, yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, guys, it's great to hear that you're keeping Tay's legacy going. I knew her too, and one thing that was near and dear to her heart was unifying people, bringing people together. If it was any noise about us trying to do something positive, she was always at those meetings. If it was anything in that lane of bringing everybody together and stopping the beef or stopping all this other stuff, that's what she was all about. And I'm glad to hear that you guys are taking that and passing that forward. So we learned a lot about legacy. Everything you guys are doing, you guys bowl pretty good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, Exactly. So I tell you what, stay tuned, because somewhere later on down the line throughout the year, you already know it's coming. So, it's in the beginning stages. So, look for it, we'll be putting that word out, you know what I'm saying? Letting you guys, help us promote it in the whole 9 yards. What I want to do is say this. I want to say thank you to Miss Tia for coming out and judging our show. I want to say thank you to Skip of Skip Trophies, because he's the one that made all of the trophies that we have. I want to say thank you, Mr. Tesla, because, hey, look, man, you always, out there supporting, talking and, doing what you do. Nighthawk, I want to say thank you as well, man, because, like I say, whenever me and you see each other in the streets, they nothing but love. You always supporting me and you always chopping it up a little bit, exchanging ideas, the whole 9 yards. So hats off to all of you guys and girls.
Hey, I do got my certification. I got my certification from Skip's Hosting and More. So if y'all need a host for the show, you can pay me and I can host it,
Mister, are you available for? Are you a free agent now in bowling? Or you?
Who, me?
Me?
Yeah, you solidly team AHR.
You know what? AHR. I'm loyal to AHR, but we can talk. We can talk.
You're a trader.
Hey, sound like that free agent contract coming up.
Yeah, we can work a trade out. You know what I'm saying? Work a trade out. For sure.
I'm just asking because he can bowl. He might not be able to do a whole lot of other things very well, but he can bowl.
Oh no, I can do a lot of things very well.
Okay. Anyway,
we're not going to have this conversation. We're not going to continue to have this conversation. I will smoke your boots on a lot of stuff. You want to play tennis? You want to bowl? You want to shoot pool? What do you want to do?
Look at what you started.
You want to do volleyball? How can I get to the basket? Hey, you need to inbox us at Atlanta Cast Network. All of these things. Because I go get you my papers. I'm certified. It's a little wrinkle. I had to fold it up, but I'm certified. I can pull it out and show you.
Well, who signed it?
It's from Skip.
It's stamp Skip or it's written Skip? What kind of certification did you get? Really?
I only got one certificate. I can't judge. I leave that up to y'all. I don't even want to judge. But
I'm gonna say this. I've had in the last 2 weeks or so, people ask me about the car show judging class again. Okay, Skullkeeper. Well, thank you. But it was a success last year because the people that actually came to the class or attended the class, they truly have done shows or have been to shows where they could have been the judges, and they got to see it from the other side. Matter of fact, all of them were competitors. So to give you what I do in a nutshell in this class is I'll go judge a car and write it down. And then I'll tell you guys what I did and why I did it. And then I'll give you a judge sheet and let you go judge that car. And then I'll look at your paper and say, well, why'd you do this? And why'd you do that? And it makes you look at the car objectively, because it's not about comparing Corvette A to Corvette B. It's about what you judge what's in front of you. And that way the bias is taken out of it. So it's about teaching that more so than teaching you how to judge a car, because everybody likes some people like wraps, some people like paint, some people like big rims, some people like stock rims. A judge has to be focused on what's in front of him versus what he or she thinks it should be. And that's what I try to teach and convey to people learning how to judge, because not everybody can do it. That's just what it is. And in my class, in that couple of hours, you will understand how hard it is, because people think it's just, well, if he got $100,000 in the car, he must win. That's not always the case. So yeah,
right.
What I learned
in my class, when you hosting, you got to host what's in front of you. Like the people that's in front of you, they taught us in the class, you got, you got to host it when the people walking around, and then and the music can be on.
Hey, you gotta keep a cup. You gotta keep a cup too.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then you gotta take a smoke break. You gotta take a smoke break.
Certified. It's in there. You got to take a smoke break. You get tired.
Well, yeah, there will be another one here in the next month or so. So I will let you guys know, and hopefully it'll be packed and fun. It will be fun. So there we go.
All right. So for the people in the back, don't forget we got stuff going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So pause the video right now if you're watching this later, and you can get all of this information. We want you to support Impala Nation by the sound of my voice. Yeah. Anything else before we let Impala Nation go?
One Nation.
There he is.
Just checking.
I
know you got a cup.
Huh?
Where your cup at? I know you got a cup by you. Where you keep that cup?
And by the way, this was B Nizzle. Are you the original Batman?
Oh.
I think I'm not sure if Batman came out before I did, but I can say this. I mean, I've had Dark Knight now. I want to say coming up on 4 years and some change, getting ready to go into the 5th year or whatever the case may be. So, right about now, I just wanted to, decorate him, for my own personal whatever to get a start. But now I think what I'm going to do is once he's paid off and he's mine outright, which I don't have, I have like less than a year and a little change. Once he's mine outright, that's when I'm going to just, from there start to go all out and try to do whatever it is I'm going to do to him to enhance him in a lot of different ways.
What you just said, nobody ever acknowledges that. And I appreciate that.
He's talking about his car.
Paid off. Like a lot of y'all be doing this shit to these cars, and they do not be paid off. Like straight up, we have rims on it. Okay. Like I'm just saying.
Hey, but now you know what? Now, but I'm gonna say this about that, because all of us are grown, and we all know. You're right.
That's
sometimes
right.
You got $10,000 rims on your car, but who you living with?
Exactly.
Your mama.
Exactly.
In a pot.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So hey, to keep it a buck, I got bills over here. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's what I'm saying. We need to hear more people saying that. And also, just in case something happens, you're going to get the true value out of your vehicle because you didn't damage anything. Just in case you change your mind. You might not want the Impala or the Charger or whatever for the whole term of the agreement. So some of these people are stuck with it.
Right.
One thing here, Bernard, that very few people do is you talk about your car in third person. When you said he's and I'm gonna dress him up and I'm gonna do this. Like I know Draya's car has a name, Deadpool's car has a name, but and when they talk about their car, they say, yeah, when I get Deadpool, I do this, or when I get Miss Pennywise, I'm gonna do this. When people talk about their cars like that, that to me is one of the greatest things you can do because it's an extension of you, even though it's a character or whatever, it's still an extension of you or what you're trying to do or convey. So
shout out to Candy Crush too. Even though that lady hacked your page the other week, that lady hacked your page and she was on your page doing them videos. I don't know who that lady was. The lady with the wig and stuff, she hacked your page.
That was me. me. That is me. That was
Don't do
me.
her like
You want
that.
to come out?
Don't
You
do
want
her.
to come out and tell the people the truth that you really get hacked? That was not you.
Don't-
That was
don't-
some
That
other
do
lady.
her
was
like that.
me. Listen,
She was in
that-
front of your car. She was in your house. I don't know who that lady was.
Listen, when I get like that with the hair and the makeup, I'm no longer Lady Draya. I am Sasha.
Who are you? Oh,
I am Sasha.
well, I never.
Cause you had hair down here. Yeah. Okay.
She is Miss Sasha. So that was Sasha you saw, not Lady
Oh,
That
Draya.
was Sasha. Okay.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it was somebody. Okay. Just make sure we clear. Y'all know who that was with the Candy Crush stuff in the background. That's not Lady Draya. That is Sasha. Okay. So Lady Icon says, congratulations, Impala Nation, on your longevity in the game. We newbies look up to a foundation like yours. That is very true. We saw a lot of that on display.
I told y'all he was kind of
Appreciate
somebody and special and big and important. See, told you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
A
it.
staple.
Appreciate it.
A staple. Another thing too that was a legacy piece. You would see a massive group like Changing Lanes, About That Life, and Pollination. Those big groups, and when they would come out in force, all of their leadership was present, right? So you had the opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay, here's my group. We're here. Here's my leadership team. All right, my sergeant at arms go talk to your sergeant at arms. The PROs talk to their PRO. All the leadership are getting information one-on-one. Vice presidents talking to vice president. They chopping it up and they like, what did y'all do about this? Yada yada yada. And it makes the culture move better. It really, really does. It's just when you say the divide and where it's coming from and that we don't know where, I know where the shit coming from. We're just not delivering this information like we should. And then we're asking questions when the shit get all jacked up. But yeah.
Right.
I'm just passionate and I care about this culture.
We're going to continue to be positive and move forward positively and continue to do what we can to unite the culture. And I think we do that every week by bringing in a diverse group of people from all over to talk about what everybody's doing and to show love and support to anybody that our voice reaches. So that's all we can do.
All right.
That's it.
So thank y'all for joining us. Everybody give it up. We got Lady Draya, D Nizzle, Impala Nation. One love.
One nation.
We'll
I'll see y'all
in
next
July.
week. It's June. Next weekend.
Oh, I'm in June. My bad. I'm getting my dates mixed up. All right.
Weekend. Want to do a
All
quick
right.
rundown?
Yeah, we'll do a quick rundown. You got it?
More stuff to talk about.
Are you clicking on them?
No, I'm not, but you can.
Okay. Is this one already passed?
No.
No.
That ends next weekend.
I'm gonna win, so y'all can just don't worry about it.
I didn't make my donation yet.
I did mine
I
the
keep
first
forgetting.
day.
I keep forgetting. I'm gonna do it. Support the Moral. No, I'm not. Mustangs volleyball team for a chance to win a free underbody install. It's a $700 value, courtesy of RSL. Any maker model vehicle. The raffle ends June 30th, 2024. You can scan that little barcode to make your donation. Actually, let me do it right now before I forget. Right now.
Oh, whatever, lady.
Now, before I forget.
Lord have mercy.
Right now.
Lord have mercy. And this is underbody only. No ring lights, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Ring lights are extra.
Extra.
I wonder
Stand
if
right
they do Teslas.
I'm sure they do.
Pretty sure they do.
I'm sure they do. Shout out to RSL. 5-Star Corvettes presents the cruise-in at Whataburger. This is going down on June 23rd. That is in 3 days from 1 to 4. It's a cruise-in at Whataburger. So this is 705 Town Park Lane, Kennesaw, Georgia, on the north side. 5starcorvettes.com for more information. Shout out to 5-Star.
On Sunday.
On the 29th, my mother's birthday, God rest her soul, we're doing a ride for Jackie on the 29th from 11 to 2. This was going to be a big thing where we were probably going to possibly ride to another state, but now we have made it in Duluth. The ride for Jackie is going down on the 29th from 11 to 2, 4500 Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. It's at the I Love Bowling Alley.
This is not a car show. It
It's
is
not
a
a car
show.
show.
It's not a car show. It is a show of love.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep.
Like the
That we
sign
stand
says,
with.
dope bills, bowling, and fellowship.
Yep.
That's it.
Show your love. Pull up and just chill and show Jackie that we appreciate her because she's a part of this culture. We talked about Impala Nation for the Back Row Baptists Saturday, Sunday.
What?
Friday.
Wait,
Baptists.
what?
Probably on Monday too. They probably got something on Monday. They ain't told us. They
No,
probably
don't skip past that.
Said
What
the
did you say for the who?
Baptists.
the back row Baptists. Baptists.
Baptists.
Oh my
Oh, I should have said Baptist. Skip. I'm sorry, Baptist.
The fact that you said back row Baptist is what got me.
Baptists.
Okay.
Anyway, all Impala Car Show. We already talked about it. Rep Your City again, June 29th on the same day. Gates open at 2 p.m. in South Carolina, thrown by the one and only dope girl, Nay. If you want to make a road trip to Walterboro, South Carolina, 29488. This is at 1029 Bowman Lane in Walterboro, South Carolina. This is going to be a big
Right
one if you
outside
want
of
to make that trip.
Charleston.
All right, Miss TJ, go ahead.
Secret Society presents its, I think this is the third annual. Am I right? Back to school supply drive. I think it's a third.
Okay.
Third annual back to school supply drive cruising. Sunday, June 30th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's also next weekend. That's Sunday at All In Cafe Sports Bar and Lounge at 2330 Mount Zion Parkway. They will be accepting donations of school supplies. It's going to be a good event. We're getting ready for back to school already. So if you don't already have back to school supply drives in your calendar, make sure you tune into this one. It's always a good one. Then on July 5th and 6th, the first inaugural auto showcase at Atlanta Motor Speedway by the 5-star Corvettes. On the 5th, it's a all-car, truck, bike, and three-wheel nation show, sponsored by Nopi. I do have a more updated flyer with a special guest host, but I'm sorry, I was a little busy this week. Didn't get a chance to change that out. We will be there on both Friday and Saturday. Saturday's event is a Corvette showcase, so it'll be all Corvettes at this event. You can buy your tickets at 5starcorvettes.com. They've got a lot of things going on. They've got an after party. You can race on the track. Go to the website, look at all the ticket options. Make sure you support 5-Star Corvette with their first inaugural auto showcase. I think this is going to be a good show, so you guys don't want to miss that. Also on the 4th of July, there is the Sound and Culture Festival in Miami. If you're looking to do a weekend in Miami and you just want to happen to go to a car show, this is going to be the one, hosted by DJ Boss Lady and DJ Thughound. They'll be on the show to talk about this in a couple weeks as well. This one is on July 7th, starts at 12 p.m. and they're going to be honoring some of Miami legendary DJs. And finally, on July 13th, Street Kingz presents Beachfront MotorFest. That's in
Blood Clot Beachfront.
It's an all-car show, although it's given by Street Kingz. It is an all-car show, so bring all types of cars out. They've got over 120 trophies. So there you go.
There it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we covered it all. We talked about a lot of good stuff tonight. Talked about a lot of legacy. We need to talk more about legacy on this show. As far as the car community is concerned, because we got a lot of legacy and experience with the people we talk to and the people that are in these 4 boxes. So a lot of legacy. Skips has been around for a long time. Nighthawk's been around a long time. So when you're out and about, pick their brains when they're not working and running around like they normally do. But a lot of history.
OG car sitter. Yep.
OG car sitter. And the windows used to be tinted so black in the Camaro that you didn't know she was in the car. Like literally. Couldn't see her. So yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
see some of y'all this weekend, maybe next weekend. We have nothing this weekend. Right?
This weekend
There's
they're
stuff
gonna
going
have,
on this weekend, just nothing that anybody sent me a flyer for.
Well, I'm gonna mention it. We ain't gotta go into detail, but slingshots, the Sling Fest. They're having a Sling Fest this weekend.
Oh yes, they
starting
are.
Friday. It's gonna be on Old National, I believe. I had the address.
Is that three wheels deep, or who's doing that one?
No, let me get it. I'll tell you.
Slingshot or something.
Soldier Girls crew. I can't think of the name of it, but Miss Sandy Davenport is putting it on for all the slingshots. They're coming from everywhere here. Can't even find her thing now.
It's a Sling Fest.
Yes.
June 20th through the 22nd.
That's today.
They got early arrival and meet and greet. That was today at Los Mariachis Restaurant in Fairburn. Tomorrow they will be at Wilkerson Mill Park in the city of South Fulton. The official meet and greet is at 5 to 9 p.m. The light competition is at 8. Registration starts at 6 p.m. On Saturday, they have a 3-wheel reunion, also at Wilkerson Mill Park in the city of Fulton County. 9 a.m. morning ride. The Sling Fest is from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sound and Best in Show competition is at 2 p.m. The registration starts at 12, and they've got an after party at the Grown and Sexy Tavern at 3461 Roosevelt Highway. And then they have a late night ride. So, yeah.
And on tomorrow night after the light show, they're going to have a police escort ride to the after party at the 50-yard line on Old National Highway. So yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go out there, but I don't know how long I'm gonna stay. But I'm going to support. I don't have a slingshot, but I'm gonna sling my ass out there.
And KJ will be there. KJ will be there doing detailing on site. So if you need your 3-wheeler detailed, he does those too. So make sure you connect with KJ and or Mobile Detailers.
Somebody gonna have you washing their ass. I wash my ass. I'm tired. I'm sorry. But
all right, y'all. Every Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel. This is Atlanta Car Cast. I go by the name of Mr. That's Miss TJ, Mr. Skip, Nighthawk with the T. We are gone. See y'all next week or in these streets.